Morning everyone. It is Saturday today, the weekend of hubby's birthday, and he is going to be going to work today. It's coming up upon 9:30 right now and he's still sleeping. I'm about to start morning pages and also write a little bit in my friend's journal. Before I did that though, I wanted to talk about this pu'er tea. I'm actually going to try it for the first time on camera. I went ahead this morning and prepared the tea. You basically just stir in one of these sachets. This is essentially tea in powder form, similar to instant coffee. It dissolved very nicely in hot water, and it's 16 ounces of hot water, which is excellent. I was worried it would just give me 8 ounces, but it does say to dissolve in 500 milliliters, which is about this much. It smells quite, it kind of smells like an Asian soup, or I don't know if it's like a goji berry dessert soup, but it's got a very familiar scent to it. I can't quite place it. It is a little bit pungent. Not in a strong sense, but in a sense that it might not appeal to some people. So let's give it a try. Cheers. Oh, the flavor is really mild. The flavor is quite nice. I like the flavor. You guys know I really like black tea, and by that I mean tea that doesn't have anything added to it, flavorings, milk, cream, sugar, etc. And this one's really nice. I'm actually a huge fan of this. I don't know if I've ever tried a plain pu'er tea though. I've tried a few that are flavored in the David's Tea Advent Calendar. I don't think I would drink this every day just because it's quite expensive. It's again $40 for 30 of these sachets, and I did mark on it today's date, so I remember when we started it so I can see how long this lasts me, assuming I'll probably drink it maybe once or twice a week, and hubby as well once or twice a week. My friend said this is really good for after she has a big meal. I thought I would test that out since we went out for lunch yesterday and then we each had an entire slice of Cake Boss cake. I did look up what's special about this and why it's priced a little bit higher. One of these little sachets contains the equivalent in gallic acid of 34 cups of steeped pu'er tea. I don't know much about gallic acid, just what I've read online in the past like day or so, but it's supposed to be a good antioxidant. It's a flavor that I do like. I think it is like a sweet soup. If you're Chinese, you might know the soup I'm talking about. The soup kind of looks like this. It's like a runny brown liquid, sweet, of course, and it usually has like berries and nuts in it. And sometimes it has those like round rice flour balls that are filled with red bean or peanut. I think it's that sweet soup that it has the flavor of, but this isn't sweet, and I really like that sweet soup, so maybe that's why I like this tea. His birthday lunch number 2. He got the tonkatsu black with extra noodles, and I got the spicy tan. Yay! Hubby is at work now and I am out and about. I want to buy him a little treat for tomorrow. I was trying to think of what to get. It was hard to come up with something because we've already had a bunch of food that he likes, and I'm not sure kind of what he feels like tomorrow. I know he really wants to have pizza tomorrow. We already had cake from Cake Boss, which I know he loves. We also had cookies from Le Gourmand today, so I thought maybe I could get him a cheese tart from Pablo. Yay, I got it! He's been really into beer lately and he loves IPAs, so I got him all of these different IPAs and also one variety of pale ale from Bellwoods. I bought 5 different beers, 2 cans of each, and then I bought him the beer Bible. I actually exercised a lot of restraint with this book because In my cart originally, I had, I think, 4 or 5 different books that I was gonna buy for him, and I was just gonna present him with this stack of books. But I'm like, you know what? I am trying to practice moderation and not go overboard with gift giving and such, so I'm gonna choose one book. And I had a really hard time narrowing it down. I was down to 2 books that I liked equally, but I knew there was some duplication in information and such, and hubby's tolerance of reading or his patience for like reading a book isn't that high, but he will, I think, refer to this a lot. So I decided to go with this one. It's got information about all different kinds of beer. Of course, he is more into the IPAs, but I think it'll be interesting to read about everything. There are also these like origin maps, which are a lot of fun in case we travel to a place where we want to visit maybe a brewery or something like that. And I really also loved the hop variety section. He's kind of been into learning about the different types of hops. So I thought this was a fun book for him to flip through. And as he tries different beers, he can refer to the book. We got those little half pint glasses from Japan, and we've been sharing a beer like every once in a while. So we'll just share a tall boy, talk about what we like about it, what we taste in it. Very similar to what we used to do with wine, but we're not as formal. Like we don't have a form or anything like that, but he does use an app, so he'll take a photo and he'll load it to his app. I'm gonna quickly wrap them up. I think I'm just gonna put them in an old shoebox, and then I have to get working on my project. I only did some work for the studio today, and then the rest of the time hubby and I were going for ramen and having snackies and such. So now I'm going to watch the Leaf game, buckle down, and get some work done. It is coming upon 7 o'clock, and hubby should be home before midnight. He's working like an afternoon into evening shift today and tomorrow. So I'm thinking I'll wrap the gift, I'll put it on his desk, and then I'll just do some work in front of the TV. I think this portion of the project is going to take me about 8 to 10 hours. So if I put in 4 hours today and 4 hours tomorrow, I should be pretty close to being done. And then I can spend next week doing my self-development stuff. And in the meantime, they should be getting the next piece of the project ready to send over. So I don't think I'm gonna have that much of a break, so I better get going. Here's how I'm gonna box them up. This is an old Nike shoebox of his. I arranged it by ABV. This one's a whopper, it's 9%. And it turns out he does have these 2 as well as this one in his app already. These 2 are new to us. This one is the Triverse, and this one here is Roman Candle. So I think he'll be excited to give these a try. And of course he can revisit some of the old beers that we've had before and see if his rating on them is the same or if it's different. Guys, it's been an hour. I'm watching hockey. I haven't started working yet because I started doing hubby's card. I bought him this card a while ago. When I was shopping for my dad for Christmas, I saw this card and decided to pick it up spur of the moment. I didn't realize at the time that hubby's favorite players actually aren't on here. So what I did was I took photos of Lulu and Truffle, as I always do, and Lulu was so good. As soon as she saw the camera, she went and sat down in front of it and posed. So I have a really nice photo of her, and Truffle's photo turned out very well as well. He was eating, so he just pretty much ignored me. But I went ahead and I made an attempt to draw hubby's favorite players, and they are under here. Since Lulu and Truffle fight all the time, I thought I would do like a little conversation between them, with them arguing about who hubby's favorite player is. Hubby can choose who his favorite player is, and then he can lift these things, because this is just washi tape, so it'll come off. He can lift this and see what Lulu and Truffle have chosen. So I drew Mario Lemieux. I'm not good at drawing, but I did my best. And I also drew Sidney Crosby. Okay, I'm gonna finish up the card. I think it'll only take me another 10 minutes max, because I just need to put in like the words and stuff. And then I'm definitely going to start my project work. Requested juicy dumpling for birthday lunch number 3. So here we are. Yummy. We're gonna get pizza after too. Hubby requested Blaze pizza for his birthday, so we picked up a couple. Mine is on the left and his is on the right. I guess the dumplings were kind of like a brunch, and this is kind of like a lunner. So we're gonna have a few more slices. He's gonna be leaving for work in like maybe 15-20 minutes or so. It is Valentine's Day today, and hubby and I spent the day together. We're now having a light dinner. These are, yes, Atomy Ramen. I made these ramen eggs though, which I am super excited about. So that's something new. I made a huge breakfast, so instead of getting pie takeout for Valentine's Day like we normally do, we decided to do this instead. Finished dinner and it was really, really good. The ramen egg was better, we thought, than just like cracking an egg into the broth. So I made it a bit differently this time. I did the ramen egg, of course, but in the bottom I also put like a bed of shredded cabbage, like just the coleslaw mix that you can get in the bag. So I put about a handful in each bowl. I put the noodles on top, just cooked noodles, like how I showed in my other video. Then I put the broth on top, the ramen egg, so good. Put some seaweed. The seaweed is also from Atomy. And then, what else? Some sesame oil. And then I put black sesame seeds, white sesame seeds, and a little dollop of kimchi. It was delicious. I think you can tell how much we love these instant noodles by how much we eat them. We eat these quite a bit. We're almost done the box of 24 that I picked up a while ago, so we'll be reordering, but maybe not for a little while. Maybe take a short ramen break. I think we have like 4 to 6 packets left, so that should be enough to eat the rest of the ramen eggs. I ended up making 6 of them. We're gonna have dessert now. Lulu and Truffle, aka hubby, bought us a bunch of treats for today. He went to the... It was Lulu and Truffle. That's right. They went to Laduree and they bought us some macarons. So we have already eaten those. That was like our little snack, midday snack. And then they also went to Purdys, got us a nice box of sweet Georgia Browns, as well as these, which are kind of like sweet Georgia Browns, but they're white chocolate and macadamia nut. So hubby and I are gonna have these tonight. We're having a bit more sweets today because it is Valentine's Day. We haven't gone out for Valentine's Day in years, like many years. Usually we do get takeout, but I don't know, I find takeout sometimes is a bit too heavy, and with the huge breakfast that we had, wasn't really feeling it too much. I think tonight we're gonna watch a movie together. It's gonna be one of the like no distractions, watching a movie type thing. That'll be it for our Valentine's Day. We did spend the day together because hubby had the day off today because he worked last weekend. So we just hung out at home. We went to the gym. We went to the library to pick up a book, but it was closed, unfortunately. So we did brave the cold, but we didn't get really anything accomplished. I got my steps in, so that was good. It's around 6:30 now, so we're just going to relax for the rest of the evening. So I hope you guys are having a great Valentine's Day, and I will see you guys a little later on this weekend. We are at Anejo for their happy hour. So we have half-price tacos and $6 margaritas. The margaritas are actually really good. I have the chili coconut, and hubby has the mango. Very small, but very flavorful. And for tacos, we have the, let me see here, pork, beef, and tilapia on corn tortillas. And then hubby has beef, pork, and chicken on flour tortillas. We're back from Anejo, and I made this for our, I guess it's like a dessert. We're having dessert for dinner today because we had our meal at around like 3 o'clock. It's 6:30 now, and we're like a little bit peckish, but not hungry enough to have like a full meal. So we're gonna have a bunch of sweet stuff, this being one of them. So these are, I think in Chinese they're called tong yun, and they're basically little round rice flour spheres that have different fillings in them. So we did 4 with peanut filling, sweet peanut filling, and another 4 with a black sesame filling. A sweet soup that I made out of that ginger water. So I had boiled the ginger for about, I think it was like 40 minutes, and the water is infused with very strong ginger flavor, and I added some rock sugar to it, so it's like a sweet ginger soup. Hey everyone, it is family day Monday today, holiday Monday, and it's a beautiful day. It's very quiet out on the street, and hopefully it will be the same when we get to Eataly. We're going to be going there for the first time today and checking it out. We're all done at Eataly. It was quite fun, but it did start to get a bit busy, so we decided just to take a look around and not eat there or buy anything from there. I'm going to try to pass by on my way home on Friday and pick up a few things. We're walking a lot today, so I didn't want to really have us carrying stuff, and I don't have my backpack. So instead, we are going to head to Victory Cafe. I was there just yesterday, but I had a really good beer and I wanted Hubby to try it. We are at Victory Cafe. The beer is really good. Hubby likes it a lot, and they're behind on the food. They're actually short-staffed today, but our waitress was so nice, and we decided just to order fries, and this is quick and easy, so it came really fast. I originally wanted to try the pizza, but it's like a 45 to 1 hour wait for food that's not fries. Decided to try a new bubble tea place called Song Tea. Here's what we got. The pink one is actually Hubby's. It's a slushy tea, and it's a creamy milk tea. It's got Sakura konjac in it, which we thought was really interesting. Some pink stuff up at the top. I guess that's the konjac, and there's also some at the bottom. I got a jasmine milk tea. I got a hot one, half sweet, and it comes with these tapioca, so I just got that. The shop itself is really, really cute. It's very pink. We're back home now, and I think I'm gonna end off the vlog here because I would like to start vlogging again tomorrow at the start of my 30 days to spring deep cleaning challenge. I actually just posted my intro video to my 30-day deep cleaning challenge that is on Petite Hairstyle, so I will link that video down below. And of course, I'm going to be sharing vlog style a lot of stuff on cleaning. I'm going to be talking about it a lot because that's going to really be on my mind for the next 30 days. I am very excited though. It's different for me to be excited about cleaning, but I feel like future me is really going to be happy once it's done. Very similar to the tidying challenge I did last year. I'm so glad I did that, and I knew I wanted to do something in the 30 days leading up to spring because that's just a way for me to get excited about spring. Sometimes the last part of winter can feel it feels like it just drags on and on and on, and having something to work towards in the last 30 days was very good for my psyche last year. So I feel like these next 30 days, even though they're going to be a lot of work with the cleaning and a little bit tedious and not the most fun, I feel like having a task each day and following along with my calendar is really going to give me that boost of energy that I need to see winter through. The links to the calendars are on my other video, but I'll also leave them down below in case you want to check those out. I have a blank calendar that just has day 0, day 1, day 2. So even if you want to download the calendar and do the challenge at some other point in the year, you can do that, and it doesn't even have to be cleaning. I mean, I know it does have the title of deep cleaning, but you can use the blank calendar for really anything, any 30-day challenge. I've put my website on the back burner a little bit, but I got some motivation this weekend. I met up with one of my colleagues and we did a pub writing session. It was just the two of us this time, but it was a lot of fun, and I feel like I got that motivation that I needed to start writing again for my website and organizing my thoughts. I started going through my goals from the time I started posting them in 2012 on YouTube, and it was really interesting to see the progression. I could really pinpoint when I started to make some pretty significant changes, and that of course led me to eventually make even bigger and bigger changes, which essentially culminated in me leaving work. So it was very neat to see these goals that I didn't really think were anything groundbreaking or life-changing, but all of these little things really added up over time to change my outlook, my perspective, my mindset, and that was fascinating to look at. So now I'm trying to put all of that into words. I'm trying to weave a coherent story into my website, and that has been a bit of a challenge. But I got some motivation this weekend because I sat down and worked on it for a block of time with my colleague. She worked on her own thing and I worked on my website, and I'm feeling a bit more of a push. I'm gonna try to set a launch date. Having a deadline is something that motivates me. I've always been motivated by deadlines. So I'm going to see how much more I need to do on the website and see if I can set a launch date that is reasonable. So something that will give me enough time to build out the content that I want, but I want it to be close enough that I feel a little bit of urgency. I'm gonna give that a little bit of thought before I decide, but over the next little while, besides having the cleaning challenge, I also have some work I want to do for the writing studio, of course, because that's my ongoing part-time job. As well, I had another piece of that project work come in. I mentioned that I was hoping that that portion of the project would take me about 8 hours in total. It ended up taking me a lot longer than what I thought. I think it ended up taking me 12 hours. So now with this other piece of the project coming in, I think it's going to take a little more time than I anticipated. So I really need to budget enough time for that. But I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, it's busy right now. There's a lot I want to get done. So hopefully I can just keep the momentum going. I will stop blabbing on because this vlog is going to be long enough. Thank you all so much for watching. I will see you guys very soon in another video. I am hoping to do at least a vlog a week during my deep cleaning challenge, just to keep you guys updated on how I'm doing with the cleaning. So I hope you guys are doing great. 30 more days until the start of spring here in the Northern Hemisphere. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. I will see you all very soon in another video. Bye.